What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I've done one of my, you know, get ready for the week, uh, you know, get ready for the week, going over trading levels to prepare for next week, and that's just what I wanted to do in this video. I'll go over a couple names, go over NQ, go over ES, go over gold, go over silver. But yeah, so let's just hop right on into it. NQ, first and foremost. Kind of just choppy. Um, I don't think that we're necessarily bullish until we reclaim this structure right here at like 26,100. As a matter of fact, we got a high, we got a high, or we got a lower high, we got another lower high. Um, but if you look on the opposite side of the spectrum, we do kind of also have a low, a higher low, and a higher low. So it does like matter, what we are gonna do recently, or do upcoming. We got a nice little wedge forming. It's got a, if we reclaim the top of this wedge, if we fail the bottom of the wedge, it matters a lot. That's just what I see on the daily. Um, Weekly is the same thing. It's just kind of getting a little getting a little triangle pattern. It almost kind of looks like a bullish pennant, um, which makes me think upside. But these pennant patterns really can go either way. Um, so NQ, I think the higher time frames are kind of just in the middle. They don't exactly know what to do. But when we drop down to my bread and butter time frames, hourly or 4 hour, I do think that one thing I do want to cover on the daily though is that we did wick up and then we closed below this previous day low, um, or previous day high at 740, which normally does lead to some pretty bearish continuation. For example, you got right here, you got that takeout, close over previous day high, and then boom, next day saw a 400 point dump. Here, same thing, got that takeout previous day high, fail, boom, 800 point dump. So that does mean a little bit. But like I said, let me drop down back down to the 4 hour time frame. I do think that this 26,000 here is main level. So if we want to see bullish continuation after this bounce here, we're gonna have to get a little something like this. If we pop back down, hold 500, get higher lows on the way back up. We reclaim, go back into all-time highs. This 26 or 25 500 is kind of like this level right here is my area for bullish holds, and that is also my like kind of bull bear pivot for the week. See if we can get back below, like said, this whole area at 26 or 25 500. If we do something like this, on the other hand, where we got back below previous day low, we bounce lower high, break, retest for the move lower. Ultimately, if we break this 25,000, that's where we get that big downside move lower. And those are kind of the levels that I'm watching here on NQ. Uh, it's a little bit more clear on the hourly time frame. First thing we would have to do for bullish continuation, like I said, reclaim this Friday high, reclaim Friday's high, pull back even, reclaim, retest, go, retest 26,000, go, retest, boom, 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 and all that fun stuff. Like I said, I always say in my videos I am a downside trader, so I prefer to trade downside. So what I want to see coming out of this week, like I said, big thing here, swept and failed previous day high, got back below, hourly. I don't want to see a break and reclaim of 500 because that also leads for some bullish continuation there. But if we get back below 500, and then ultimately we're going to have to break this previous week's low at 25,000 in order to see any major like continuation to the downside. But that's kind of what I'm watching on NQ here. I do think that we're in a limbo phase in the market with this daily continuing to make higher lows while also continuing to make lower highs. So we'll see what happens there. ES I do think is a little bit cleaner. It's either or is a little bit cleaner. It's got this nice little hourly rally base here. You know, we got this rally. It's not a bull flag, guys, because it's not flagging. But we do have this little rally base, and two things can come out of a rally base. We can either get a rally base rally, or we get this rally base drop. And those are kind of the two scenarios that can happen out of a nice hourly base, which is why I do think that ES is the chart structure is a little bit cleaner. And I do think with this like most recent test that we probably get that failure. We probably get this failure back down into this like 26,800. But that's where ES would have to break out of this base, break 6,900, and then after 6,900 there's nothing but room, just downside and lower. That's what I got there on ES. I haven't charted gold in a while, but I'm pretty honestly scared to look at this chart. Holy smokes, God, you can see the last time I charted gold. Freight train, absolute freight train. I mean, these levels down here are still valid, but probably never going to even come touch these ever again. Honestly, there's nothing really to trade off of. Pull back 4,900 for longs. It's about the only thing I got. I know gold is extremely like known for these massive rallies. You know, like here, and then they'll just give us a one-day death candle that is like 10% down on the day. But gold pull back into 4,900. If we hold that, that's pretty much the only thing that I really got. You know, and it did kind of already give that break and retest. Got this, you know, little resistance here, popped above it, retested it before higher. But gold is a freight train, which does scare me for the market. People aren't really buying indices right now. Well, obviously they are because it's still going higher. Silver's even worse. Silver's even worse. I can't trade silver because the volatility is insane. But silver pulls back in the 95. Good. Pulls back in the 90. But yeah, I can't even really go over this chart. Let's go over some tech names. I haven't charted any tech names because I've really just been focused on NQ. So I did go over how I find my supply and demand levels in a video last week. So we can go over NVIDIA untested wick there, untested wick there, untested wick there at a psychological level. NVIDIA, we break below this 194. We got nothing but room back into this 200. This 200 over here is going to be this major supply. Untested wick at a key psychological level, which is, you know, my criteria for an AAA plus level. But NVIDIA got to break below this one, got to break above this 190 and this 194 for continuation upside. We get below this 183.50, or really this 180. That's not really a level. This 186 on NVIDIA, break below 177. That's, you know, but that's a whole lot to ask for. But you know, my main thing is trading futures, so I did mainly go over NQ here because that is 99% of what I trade. We should have a good week. You know, got these Tradify accounts passed. So hopefully these levels on NQ are the blueprint for this week, and hopefully everyone makes a whole bunch of money. See ya.